Hi, everybody. It's me, Miss Erin, and I want to wish you a good Dr. Martin Luther King Day. Today, I'm going to share with you one of my favorite books about Dr. King. This is called Martin's Big Words. And as you can see from the cover, actually, it's won several awards. So, hopefully, you know about Dr. King a little bit already. But if you don't, Dr. King was an amazing man who helped lead the civil rights movement in the 1950s and 60s. Through his practice of nonviolence, but still speaking out against injustice, he helped to bring America's racism and discrimination problem to the forefront of American politics. Through his work and through the work of many others, he helped to pass the Civil Rights Act. He continued to fight for equality for all Americans his entire life until he was sadly killed in 1968. Today, we remember his words and his service by dedicating ourselves on this day to reflecting on how we can make the world a more just and better place. Martin's Big Words, The Life of Dr. Martin Luther King, by Doreen Rappaport, illustrated by Bryan Collier. Everywhere in Martin's hometown, he saw signs saying, "Whites only." His mother said these signs were in all southern cities and towns in the United States. Every time Martin read the words, he felt bad. He remembered what his mother said, "You are as good as anyone." Those words helped him to feel better. In church, Martin sang hymns. He read from the Bible, and he listened to his father preach. Those words made him feel good. When I grow up, I'm going to get big words too. Martin grew up. He became a minister just like his father, and he used the big words he had heard as a child from his parents and from the Bible. Everyone can be great. He studied the teachings of Mahatma Gandhi. He learned how the Indian nation won freedom without ever firing a gun. Martin said love when others said hate. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. He said together when others said separate. He said peace when others said war. Sooner or later, all the people of the world will have to discover a way to live together. In 1955, on a cold December day in Montgomery, Alabama, Rosa Parks was coming home from work. A white man told her to get up from her seat on the bus so he could sit. She said no and was arrested. Montgomery's black citizens learned of her arrest. It made them angry. They decided not to ride the buses until they could sit anywhere they wanted. For 381 days, they walked to work and school and church. They walked in the rain and cold and in blistering heat. Martin walked with them and talked with them and sang with them and prayed with them until the white city leaders had to agree they could sit anywhere they wanted. When the history books are written, someone will say, there lived black people who had the courage to stand up for their rights. In the next 10 years, black Americans all over the South protested for equal rights. Martin walked with them and talked with them and sang with them and prayed with them. White ministers told them to stop. Mayors and governors and police chiefs and judges ordered them to stop. But they kept on marching. Wait. For years I have heard the word wait. We have waited more than 340 years for our rights. They were jailed. and beaten and murdered. And they kept on marching. Some black Americans wanted to fight back with their fists. Martin convinced them not to by reminding them of the power of love. Love is the key to the problems of the world. Many white Southerners hated and feared Martin's words. A few threatened to kill him and his family. His house was bombed. His brother's house was bombed. But he refused to stop. Remember, if I am stopped, this movement will not be stopped, because God is with this movement. The marches continued. More and more Americans listened to Martin's words. He shared his dreams and filled them with hope. I have a dream that one day in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. After 10 years of protests, the lawmakers in Washington voted to end segregation. The white-only signs in the South came down. Dr. Martin Luther King cared about all Americans. He cared about people all over the world, and people all over the world admired him. In 1964, he won the Nobel Peace Prize. He won it because he taught others to fight with words, not fists. Martin went wherever people needed help. In April 1968, he went to Memphis, Tennessee. He went to help garbage collectors who were on strike. He walked with them and talked with them and sang with them and prayed with them. And on his second day there, he was shot. He died. His big words are alive for us today. The end. So this is all about Dr. King's life. As you can see, it was not very long. If you want to learn more about Dr. King, check out the virtual library, as I've added a lot of resources for you and your families to learn about him and participate in MLK Day and participate in the day of service. Well, I'll see you next time. I love you and I like you. I hope you have a great day.